We'll talk about Jess this morning. Oh, yes, we will, because we can and because we should. Because Jess was telling me privately, oh, I've changed, I'm reformed, I'm different, I'm this. And then at the same time telling me, well, I can't let you have one of my many places that I own to live in because, gee, that would be horrible. One of these buildings, allegedly, is an apartment complex. A small one, but an apartment complex nonetheless. Well, now, wait a minute. I can't stay in one of those apartments until I get on my feet or until I get my SSI? Really? I can't do that? And if I can't do that, why not? Why can't I stay in one of the apartments in your condominium until I get on my feet? Why can't I do that, Jess? You're not making any sense, Jess. And then I tell you, I can flip your houses for you, and then all of a sudden you change your mind about it, and you want to do it yourself. Yeah, well, you go on ahead and do it yourself without 2 years of real estate law under your belt and see how far you get. Go ahead. Anyways, but yeah, so Jess, and I'm talking to Jess, and I just happen to notice that there is alcohol paraphernalia in the background, bottles, glasses, all that sort of thing, And it's like, well, no, wait a minute, Jess. I thought you was off the sauce. Is that true or is that false? Because you told me you weren't drinking no more, yet I clearly saw alcohol paraphernalia in your place there. What's up with that, man? I mean, are you off or are you not? You got to make up your mind, Can't be both. Can only be one or the other. Either you on or you off, right? Jess has got these properties, and one of which has apartments in it, but she can't let me stay in one of the apartments until I get on my feet. She can't let me stay nice and warm instead of freezing to death at night. I don't understand, Jess. And you're not making any sense. You say you do care about me. You say you're interested in helping me out, but then you flat refuse to let me have a place with a working bathroom, and then you won't let me stay in one of the apartments complexes. Why? Why not? What's the problem? I don't understand the problem. If you've got a building and it's got multiple apartments in it, there is absolutely no reason why I couldn't occupy one of those apartments till I get on my feet. Get my SSI. It takes 8 months to get SSI, minimum of 8 months to get SSI. So I got to have a place to stay until my SSI kicks in. It's that simple. Plus, I can't be driving my car back and forth all the time. I need a place with a bathroom. And you knew these things. Now, then on top of it, Jess says, "Oh, well, I'm no longer affiliated with THN, and I'm this and I'm that," and then turns around and says that she's the OG of THN. Well, now wait a minute, Jess. If you're the OG of THN, does that mean you were there when they got on Skype and plotted to destroy my family and my finances years and years ago? What is it? Almost 30 years ago. Was you in on that conversation? I don't remember, but then, hey, I could be wrong. I'm a human being. I can make mistakes. Was you in on that phone call? I mean, you claim to be an OG, so was you in on that phone call where they plotted to destroy my family and finances on Skype? Was you in on that? Yes. Inquiring minds want to know. Oh, yes, they do. But yeah, just a little bit disingenuous with Jess there, and far as that sort of thing goes. And, it's a few little questions that need to be dealt with there. But yeah, I clearly saw alcoholic paraphernalia. Wine glasses, tall glasses, shot glasses, you name it. And bottles were there as well. They could clearly be seen in the background. And so, Jess, I mean, are you off the sauce or not? I mean, which is it? It can't be both. You're either on or you're off. Did you get back on the wagon, Jess? Is that what happened? Just as Solar Marshall's getting off alcohol, Jess gets back on alcohol. Now, figure that one out, folks. Figure that one out, boys and girls. Yeah, isn't that something? That's amazing, isn't it? But yeah, I just thought I'd share because I can and because I should. Because somebody tells me, oh, I've got properties, and one of those properties has apartments in it. Well, gee, Jess, why couldn't you let me stay in one of the apartments until I got my SSI? What's the harm in that? It's only 8 months. You couldn't let me stay in an apartment until I get my SSI? Why not? That just don't make any sense to me. Help me out here, somebody. That makes no sense. And then I've got 2 years of real estate law that I could flip those houses no problem for you and get a bird dog fee, and we both do just fine. But no, you don't want to do that now? You've changed your mind? You've had a sudden change of heart? That's amazing how that shit works, Jess. That sudden change of heart and shit. But I thought it was funny, the log cabin with no bathroom. I thought that was hilarious. Folks, you can look up the building codes for California. You have to have a working bathroom. You have to have indoor plumbing. You have to have, your electricity has to be up to a certain code. Your plumbing has to be up to a certain code. These are all facts that are easily looked up online. And it doesn't matter whether it's California, Oregon, or Washington State. They all three require certain building codes when you're going to build a building. And if you purchase an older building, that older building must be brought up to code for that state. That's the law. That's not Von Helden's opinion. That's the fucking law. So are you telling me, Jess, that you have buildings in your possession that are not up to code? And that the state needs to kind of insist that you bring them up to code? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Because I'll happily call the state. Oh, yes, I will. I will happily call the state. Because you did nothing but lie to me, man. You did nothing but lie to me. And I don't appreciate when people lie to my face. Call me crazy, but I don't. You know, that's pretty fucked up, Jess. That's some pretty fucked up shit. But yeah, man, she supposedly got an apartment complex and won't let me stay in one of the apartments till I get on my feet. There's gratitude for you, right there. Isn't that great? Isn't that awesome? What's up with that, Jess? And you said by your own admission that they were sitting empty. You said that by your own admission. They were sitting empty. Well, if the damn buildings were sitting empty, why in the hell can I use one of them apartments until I get on my feet? If it's sitting empty. You make no sense, Jess. You're making no sense, man. You know, make up your mind which side of the fence that you're on. You know, when I was a boy, I used to attend rodeos. Because remember, we had a horse named Trigger, and Mom would enter Trigger in the competitions and whatnot, you know. She was a show horse, and she would be entered into competitions. And so as a boy, I would end up sitting on the fence, you know, sitting on the fence for rodeos, sitting on the fence for the shows and whatnot, the equestrian stuff. And I found something out very interesting, folks, at an early age. I found out that if you sit on a fence too long, it starts to hurt your ass. And then you have to jump off the fence and choose a side. So what side are you on, Jess? Make up your mind. Because you ain't on nobody's side now, apparently. I don't know. Or you're still on THN's side and you never left. How about them apples? I think that's more the logical conclusion, huh? Yeah, seems like it. Seems like it. Anyways, just thought I'd share this morning. So we can all have a little bit of fun together and reminisce. Let's reminisce, Jess, about the time when you were an OG and may have been on that original Skype call that started all this mess 30 years ago, plotting to destroy my family and my finances. Was you in on that call, Jess? Inquiring minds want to know. Makes you think, huh? Let's see, who was on that call? Oh, yeah, there was Secular Opinion, Dr. Dissent, Kenny KPZ, Mr. Dark Zodiac, and a slew of other people was in there. Wasn't they? Yeah, they was. I know, because I've got the audio. I have the audio, folks. Oh, yes, I do. And I intend to share it one of these days. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do, indeed. Anyways, I think that'll do it. We got 10 minutes in there. And so, yeah. What's up, Jess? Why, you got an empty building full of apartments, but I can't stay in one? Really? Damn, that's harsh, man. That's pretty cold-blooded. But you will let me stay in a log cabin with no bathroom, which is clearly not code, especially not for California. Especially not for California, because California's coding is really strict. Just ask them. They'll tell you. Just ask California themselves. They'll tell you, yeah, our codes are strict for a reason. For a reason. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. Y'all have a pleasant day and better tomorrow. Bye.